Mibuki. Let's give it up for Steve Gallen. Hello, South. How we doing? You good? You guys like my Ajuma hair? I'll give you a look too. I was in the salon the other day, and the hairstylist was like, "Man, every older Korean woman wants your hair." And I was like, "Thank you. It comes naturally. It's me, right?" So, yeah, you see it. So I read a lot. I probably give that vibe anyway. So I really like the Seoul Library. Anyone ever go to the Seoul Library? Like 3 people. Okay. Yeah, good. So they actually have a really good collection of English books. It's a nice selection. However, one time I found a joke book there. It was called The Ultimate Book of Jokes. The Essential Guide to Over 1,500 Jokes. It was garbage. It was the worst. I'm going to tell you my favorite joke from that book, okay? It's from the first chapter, which was called Blind, Lame, and Dumb. So you already know where it's going, okay? So here it goes. Are you ready for this joke? It's going to change your life. Okay. 2 brothers were opening presents on Christmas morning. The younger brother opened 12 presents, and the older brother only opened 1. Feeling superior, the younger brother taunted the older brother. "Ha ha, I got 12 presents, and you only got 1. The older brother replied, "Ha ha, you have a brain tumor." Essential, right? Like, now if you think about it, I don't think it makes much sense actually. I'm not sure. This is interesting with people behind me. I feel like I'm doing an arena show. No, it doesn't make sense, right? Because if you take that punchline, "you have a brain tumor," and you put it into any joke, it's going to have the same effect. So I will demonstrate that right now. All right? So, I've been told with my accent that I could pass for being like very southern Canadian, like the southern edge of Ontario. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, which is actually like pretty close to Canada. It's across Lake Erie, just 100 kilometers away. So, you know, it's reasonable. So one time I was in Toronto, and I was trying to buy beer at a grocery store. I went to the cash register, and the cashier was like, "Hey, you can't buy this beer right now." And I was like, "Why not?" She's like, "What are you, thick? You can't buy this." And I was like, "What? What is this?" And she's like, "It is Sunday, and it's after 6 p.m. You legally can't buy beer in Ontario." And I was like, "Well, you have a brain tumor." You see how that doesn't work? Same thing, right? I hope I don't get a brain tumor someday. I'll be in the doctor's office. Doctor will just barge in and be like, "Mr. Gallus, you have bad news." I'm sorry, I have bad news. You have a brain tumor. And I'll be like, "We got a fan in the house." They'll be like, "You have 6 months to live." And I'll be like, "I don't think so. Yeah, I got this." Oh, shit. So, this joke book at the library is in mint condition because I'm the only idiot checking it out. Right? But popularity does not always correlate to quality. In this case, it does. But not always. For example, are you guys familiar with the MBTI? The Myers-Briggs type indicator. I'll explain it in case you're not. The Myers-Briggs type indicator, the MBTI, is a personality test. And it gives you like a 4-letter combination of like what personality you are. It's very popular in Korea. Right? Like people put it like in their Instagram profiles, they're like, "I'm INFJ," whatever. Like, Okay, sure. It's basically Korean astrology, right? That's the MBTI. Yeah, and companies sometimes actually like use it when they're hiring people. Has anyone ever like taken the MBTI as part of the like job interview process?
No.
Yeah, we have a couple. I have. This is something people do, right? But here's the problem. The MBTI is not based on science. People think it is, but it's not. It's based off of ideas that Carl Jung had about personality tendencies. And then a mother and daughter who had no formal training just adapted those ideas into a test to just make money off of it. So that's all it is. So really, these companies are hiring people based on a test that is based on as much science as a BuzzFeed quiz. Like, you're getting hired based off of what Disney princess you are. So, like, you go into the job interview, and they're like, oh, well, the test says that you're Ariel. Oh, but you are a black Ariel, and Fox News says we can't hire you. It's what Fox News says. Yeah, so, I think I know why the MBTI is so popular in Korea, though. I think I have it figured out. It's because it takes the form of a test. I'm not done. They love tests in Korea. They love tests in Korea like they love guns in America. They're both the leading cause of death for young people. True. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm not really into the MBTI. You may have put that together. Fuck off, man. Doesn't matter. Yeah. But I think there is one way that could get me interested in it, though. If the MBTI were a test that told you which member of the Wu-Tang Clan you are, yeah, then I might be interested. Right? Like, you go into a job interview and they'd be like, oh, the test says that you're a Method Man. When can you start? So actually, guys, I have to confess. Jeff, how much time do I got?
We got 2 minutes, brother.
All right, I can wrap it up with this. So you guys, actually, I'm a celebrity. Ooh. So there's a TV show in Korea called Surprise. Does anyone know Surprise? Alright, if you don't, Surprise has been on Sunday mornings in Korea for 20 years. It's like a historical reenact. I got it. I'll explain it. Yeah, so it's a historical reenactment show. And like pretty much all of the actors are Russian. And terrible. So like, one time there was a segment on Mark Twain. Mark Twain apparently invented the bra hook. In this segment, that's according to the show. So his wife walks in. He's like agonizing in his office. He's like, ugh. His wife walks in and she's like, you need to stop and thinking. You never write anymore. So like, I watch this show and I'm like, shit, I want to be on it. I want to be on this. I got on Surprise. So let me ask you real quick. If you could play any historical figure, like on a shitty reenactment show in Korea, who would you play? Anyone can give me with
Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, MLK, that's a good one.
Christopher Columbus.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I have much to say though, because you know who I played? I played Hitler. Wow. I did.
You got to.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you didn't see that coming. And actually, like, one time I, like, you know, I was dressed as Hitler all day on set. I ran it, like, you know, you're just sitting there dressed like Hitler. And one time I ran into this guy outside, like, later on, the guy that I was on set with. And when he said hi to me, he gave me a Hitler, like a Nazi salute. No. Anyway, guys, I think we can just wrap it up there.